This is a situation you just want to play defensively. You want to dump some stuff that hasn't been dumped before.
What? Okay, well... okay, well... Hey, everybody! Welcome back to the Binding of Riichi Mahjong Plus Edition. My name's Yusung, and I hope you're having a good day wherever you are. Folks, what we usually do on this channel are daily Riichi Mahjong Let's Play videos, but today we're doing something special. There's been an elephant in the room. We've already analyzed Ludwig's POV when he played against Northernlion in Clubhouse Games 51, so today, let's take a look at NL's perspective, give some gameplay analysis and feedback, and maybe this will be helpful for you if you're starting to learn Riichi Mahjong, or if you just want to watch along with me. If you're completely new to the game, this might be a little confusing, so I got a tutorial on my channel that I recommend if that's the case. And a little bit of backstory on me before we start. I'm Ranked Master 2-star on Mahjong Soul, which is roughly the top 5% of the player base, and before you ask, unfortunately, I am taken. I know, but I figured I should let you know right up top. Now, we're gonna start a few hands into the game, and we're gonna pick up where my Ludwig React video left off. So, without any further ado, let's dive in.
Well, dude, the game just started. It just started.
It just started. I got Riichi turn 2. This is over. I'm not gonna tenpai again.
Dude, now we're on East 2.
Okay, so even in the first discard, there's a lot to talk about. So I don't know how much Northernlion has played, but this is a great first discard. This is exactly what I would discard if I was seeing this hand. So you're probably thinking to yourself, what's so special about the 9 of characters discard? Well, it's like, I feel like maybe if you're new to the game, you're looking at the green dragon and you're like, well, there's a singleton of the green dragon. I don't know exactly how I feel about that. But in this case, you kind of like the singleton of the green dragon, right? If you get another one, you pair that up, you press pawn on the green dragon triplet, and suddenly your hand is valid no matter what. So keeping the singleton of the green dragon there over a 1 or a 9 tile, in this case, the 9 of characters, absolutely a great play.
That's how this
Someone
game feels
east, south,
sometimes,
northwest.
though.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I know this isn't about Ludwig, but I think he just asked, do you want east, south, northwest? And Northernlion agreed. Quite frankly, I think these two high-level streamers are communicating in a way that I personally just might not understand. It's maybe like you get it to 100,000 followers on Twitch, and then you can understand this exchange, but I think east, south, northwest doesn't really do much. What you really want in any game of Riichi Mahjong is to either have a triplet of your seat wind or the round wind. So in this case, it's the east wind, that's the round wind. For Ludwig, his seat wind would be the west wind. For Northernlion, it's the same as the round wind. So the east wind is especially valuable here for Northernlion.
Can I hit something?
Riichi.
Oh, that's just crazy.
How does he hit a Riichi already?
This is a situation you want
Riichi?
to play defensively. You want to dump some stuff that hasn't been dumped before.
What? Okay, well, this is hard to, because I don't want to like dunk on anyone, but I want to try to. This is a hard statement to defend in a court of law. So Northernlion just said you want to dump stuff that hasn't been dumped before, folks. Maybe this is just a slip of the tongue. Quite explicitly, you want to dump stuff that has been dumped before. So guaranteed safe tiles into this Riichi, right? We don't want to deal into what Left Lord is throwing down. Left Lord, of course, is just a CPU, but they've called Riichi. It means that they're in tenpai at any moment. If you deal a tile, it could be their winning tile, right? They're one tile away from just straight up winning the round. And so the guaranteed safe tiles are the things that they've already discarded before. So if you're watching at home, like, I'm on my knees begging you, like, please don't just start throwing stuff that has not been thrown before. If you wanted to play super safe here, 3 of circles is never going to deal you in. 3 of circles is never going to deal you in. No one can call Ron. No one can win off of a tile that they've discarded before. Otherwise, they'd be in Zuzzy for Earth in jail, okay? So that being said, the 9 of circles discard here. Again, I don't know how much Mahjong Northernlion has played. This is a nice discard. Why is this a nice discard? Well, so this is a concept called Suji, S-U-J-I, and because Left Lord has discarded a 6 of circles, we know for a fact that the final shape that they're waiting on in their hand is not a 7 and an 8 of circles. Why? If that is the case, they'd be in Zuzzy for Earth in jail. So if we know that they're not waiting with a 7 and an 8 in their hand, the 9 of circles is going to be safe. So all together, besides what was just said, this is a good play. This is a good play.
Nah, I like to live dangerously.
Maybe I'm
2,
misunderstanding
3, 4.
something.
That's pretty good. We're doing triplets.
Probably hold on that. Probably hold on this one. Something like that.
Okay, so this is decent. I think in a real game, if you're playing for either money or blood or glory, I mean they are playing for glory, but if you're playing like a ranked game on Mahjong Soul, this is a weird situation. Number one, your point total is in the lead. Not by an impossibly large margin, but you want to recognize that you're in the lead. This is a decent folding position. I'm not joking. Like, you don't have to play every single hand that is afforded to you. In fact, I think that a lot of new players in Mahjong Soul, the greatest, or in Riichi Mahjong in general, the greatest asset that you could do, the greatest skill that you can develop for yourself is knowing when to fold. This hand, like, even in your wildest dreams, I'm talking some archive of our own fan fiction post right now. Like I'm talking wildest fantasies. What is this hand? Riichi, Pinfu, Red 5, maybe. I mean, the Dora is the one of bamboo. We're not going to get the Dora. So Riichi, Pinfu, Red 5. I don't want to risk the family farm for Riichi, Pinfu, Red 5. So tiles that you could discard here, 3 of circles are fine. Ludwig just cut the 4 of bamboo. So if we wanted to play a little bit dangerously, we could, but still try to stay safe, we could cut the 7 of bamboo, right? So because Ludwig has cut the 4 of bamboo, again, this is the Suji concept that we talked about before. We know that Left Lord's ending shape that they're trying to complete, right, is not a 5 and a 6 of bamboo in their hand. Otherwise, they would be in Zuzzy Firth in jail at this point. And this might not make any sense to you, but it's an interesting concept to consider. Now, in higher ranks, people will use this knowledge against you and try to trap you with like maybe cutting a 6 and explicitly waiting on the 9. Happens all the time in the Jade Room, in the daily Let's Plays. But in this situation, I think they're doing okay. Little bit of a risky discard in the 7 of circles. There's nothing really on the table that would indicate that it's safe. But you know what? It passed. We're chilling.
That's big. Do I know what to do with it? I don't know what to do with it, but that's big. That has to be the right thing, man. We keep those. We dump it. Oh.
Okay, so I don't know if this was a misclick or something, but yeah, I would have also preferred to dump the 3 of circles first, right? 3 of circles we know is a guaranteed safe tile, but keeping a pair of the 2 of bamboos, this hand is not bad. This hand is genuinely not bad. Again, it's a little bit tricky trying to get your way into Tenpai when someone has called Riichi. Again, you don't want to deal in, but as far as discards go, it's not the worst thing in the world.
They're just... Okay, fine.
I discarded the wrong thing.
Can you do 8s of different classes?
That I don't even know, to be honest with you.
I don't even know what that means either. 8s of different classes. I think what Ludwig might be trying to say, and I don't know, this is like trying to, like, I don't speak, like, this is just in a language that I don't understand. This is as if someone started talking to me in Italian. I think what Ludwig might be trying to say, because sometimes the anglicized version of some of the Yaku names are a little bit wonky, so he might be thinking of like a mixed triple sequence, or maybe like what is it referred to in Mahjong Soul as triple triplets, where you get a triplet of like the 8 of bamboo, a triplet of the 8 of characters, and a triplet of the 8 of circles, which is a valuable hand in and of itself. I'm not really sure what's going on right now. Something tells me we're not going to see that hand come to fruition, so I don't think we need to worry about it that much.
Fuck the dragons.
Nah, we're not taking that. They don't have this. I can tell from their drops they don't have that.
So this is facetious banter. So, but the 8 of characters is not a bad discard. Why is the 8 of characters not a bad discard? Well, Right Lord, another CPU, has discarded the 8 of characters the turn before. Left Lord did not call Ron, so it's actually a safe tile. Every tile that's been discarded after the Riichi call is a safe tile.
I should have kept my dragons.
Oh,
I should have kept them.
that's the worst, man. That's the worst. Oh, he pawned it before I could cheat it.
So this is a really interesting moment in Riichi Mahjong to explain some of the rules. So we were considering calling in Chi. I wouldn't say it's the greatest Chi in the world, but we were considering it. But before we could even make a decision, Ludwig called pawn. Now, is it just like, oh, first person to call it gets the thing? Like if we called Chi first, we would have had priority? No. Whenever 2 players want to call Chi and pawn at the same time, the player who calls pawn is going to be given priority. The same thing will go for like if you call Ron, which is to win an entire round, right? That's going to take precedent over Chi and pawn as well.
1 to Tenpai. I need a big draw here.
This drop's too scary. I can't do this drop.
Ah! Okay. I was getting scared for a second. Why? I thought Northernlion was secretly cracked at Mahjong, and then suddenly my lunch was gonna get eaten. I was like, oh man, like, you know, maybe I don't have the commentary prowess to do a whole get it twisted monologue, but at least I got some decent skill in Riichi Mahjong. Woo! Okay, so this is a very strange situation. So we know that the Six of Circles is safe to the player on our left, right? They called Riichi on with the Six of Circles. So we know that they cannot call Ron off of the Six of Circles as well. They'd be inferred in jail. At the same time, we know that Ludwig cannot call Ron off of the Six of Circles. They would be inferred in jail. You cannot call Ron if you're inferred in jail. The same thing goes with the Three of Circles. Now, unless Northernlion is seeing something that I don't, which is very, very possible, okay? He's got a lot of more hours in Slay the Spire than me. He's got a lot more hours in a lot of video games than me. Probably as a gamer. He's no noob, okay? Right, Lord? This is the only player that we're kind of concerned about. The CPU 1 sitting to our right. Like, the only player for whom the 3 and the 6 of Circles are not safe are just for Right Lord. In this situation, I think it's fine. I think it's totally fine and good even to throw like a 3 of Circles or a 6 of Circles in this spot.
I'm playing very, very defensively. Here.
Is that just a swing and a miss for me? Your hand is open? What are you saying, guys?
Your hand's open because you did a chi.
He did a pawn. We're not going to nitpick.
Tiles have been, those tiles have been revealed at least.
Totally fine. Of course, we knew that the 6 was going to be safe, at least for 2 players.
At this point, you might as well.
Wrong.
Oh. At least you didn't get wronged. You didn't get wronged.
Thank God.
This is like being in like a war and being like, did I get shot? It's like, no, you didn't get. I mean, I don't know why I'm joking about that. Okay, so the Right Lord, the CPU, one CPU delved into another CPU. As far as things go, like, because Ludwig did not get wronged, because Northernlion did not get wronged, their points will remain the exact same. But because the CPU on our right did, they're gonna have to pay out the entirety of this hand's value, which in this case, 2,600 points. To the player on our left. Now, what's this plus 1,000? It's because whenever you call Riichi, you have to pay 1,000 points to do that Riichi bet. It's not like a free thing to call Riichi, so especially not in this economy these days. So that's where you get your Riichi stick back if you win that hand.
That's a baby hand. 3,000 points. We don't even sweat that.
We're really ending over 3,000?
It's huge for me because it keeps the game rolling.
Northernlion knows Mahjong. Like, he knows that it's good that the dealer seat continues. What the heck is going on here?
The closer we get to me putting another point on the board.
Okay. Chat, we're going dragon here.
Easiest discard of my life.
It's not a bad discard, right? I think in this case, I probably would cut like the green dragon, but like this is a defensible discard. This hand is really, really good. We want to call Riichi with this hand. We want to go for Pinfu in this hand. The nut draws are like 4 of bamboo, which is the Dora tile, and like the 7 of bamboo, which would obviously help this weak 8-9 shape.
People don't like to play with the winds today, huh?
I think with the 5 of characters, there's just so many tiles that could accept, and so in this case, like, I know it's nice if we get a green dragon, then we can call pawn on it, but like, Huck 2 a pawn on that thing, yes, okay. But then, like, if we keep the 5 of characters, we can draw into like a 4 of characters or a 6 of characters, or even like a 3 or a 7, and it's still kind of okay. So I think that in this situation, I would maybe prefer that 5 of characters a little bit more than a green dragon. Again, the round before, like, if this was a 1 or a 9, send it immediately, but because it's a really nice tile, a very versatile tile, I would throw the green dragon here.
I chi his ass?
A lot of people say rookie mistake on that one.
I'm cheating his ass.
Opening your hand on an outside run.
He's actually, I think Northernlion knows the rules of Riichi Mahjong. The only reason why I'm surprised is because I don't mean to be throwing shade. It's just like the last, you know, the last react video that we did, it wasn't clear how many rules that we actually knew, which is totally fine, of course. This is a very tricky spot for Ludwig. I think that if you are ever in last and the game is kind of like on the like close to finishing, you kind of want to keep your hand closed, right? If you keep a hand closed, typically closed hands are more valuable than open hands. That's not always going to be the case, but if you keep your hand closed and you don't call pawn or chi the entire time, and you will get to call Riichi, hopefully, you will get to Tenpai and you'll get to call Riichi. And Riichi paves the road for things like Ipatsu, it paves the way for things like Oradora, like so many things could happen because of the Riichi. So typically, if you're in last and you need to make up a lot of points, try to keep your hand closed, as the value of that closed hand usually will be higher than if you just randomly call pawn or chi.
So now I have to do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3s, right?
I don't even know, honestly. I don't know how you make a hand out of that.
Someone tell me. This is like Schrodinger's Mahjong player. I genuinely can't tell if Northernlion is cracked at Riichi Mahjong or if he and Ludwig are just or if he and Ludwig are just hanging out. I genuinely can't tell. So what Ludwig is asking for is, do I go Sanshoku? Like, you have to make a valid hand out of this somehow, right? You've cheated to a 1, 2, 3. You cannot go Tanyao because that 1 is now in your hand. So Ludwig is probably thinking, some of the hands that are still valid to me are mixed triple sequence, right? It's the same sequence in all 3 suits. So for Ludwig to turn this into a valid hand, you could also do like a 1, 2, 3 in the bamboo suit, and a 1, 2, 3 in the character suit. If you can achieve that, then the hand is valid. It's kind of tricky. It's not that easy, and because your hand is open, that's only worth 1 Han. So again, like this chi, I think we're seeing some game day jitters. I think we're seeing some nerves, right? This is an extremely intense Clubhouse Games stream session, so challenge that's going on right now. So I don't blame him necessarily. I mean, who am I to, if Simone Biles gets nervous on the day of the Olympics, I'm no person to judge.
Okay.
Could be worse. You could have discarded 2 red dragons on consecutive turns.
That's true. It's kind of painful to discard 2 red dragons on the consecutive turns, but like this is one of those situations, and I swear I did not watch this in advance or anything, but like discarding the green dragon there, we would have had a nice little 5/6 shape in our hand.
That's huge. Oh. Yep. Huh.
I think
that might be a Yaku. I think yeah, that's a Yaku right there.
I've seen the meme of this hand. I'll post the meme right here. I did not create this meme, but I think I can tell what's gonna happen. So, again, Ludwig's hand is now valid no matter what. He has a green dragon triplet. His hand is valid no matter what. But again, he's sitting in last place, and I probably would do the same thing, honestly. Like, the meme is the meme, but if we really want to get into it, it's not even that bad. What Ludwig is doing is not even that bad, because he is the dealer in South 4. And so, like, so long as you can keep winning in South 4 while you are the dealer, it's not that bad. This just, like, makes it into South 4 and hopefully denies NL the win, right? To try to stop NL's point lead and to just get yourself into the dealer seat where you can make your last and final stand. Sure. I actually don't even hate this.
I think I'm at Tenpai. How do I rip it?
I'm going in. And then I can discard this because I know you're not going to take it.
So, wow. Okay, a lot just happened. So this is, wow. This is an adventurous pawn. You know what I mean? You know when you listen to a symphony and it's like, oh, this was based off of the composer drew a lot of inspiration from just clanging industrial metal bars, just like against the chalkboard, and this is a very experimental symphony. This is experimental pawn. Like, I think this pawn is tricky. This pawn is tricky because if you take a look at this hand, it's not Tanya, right? It's not all simples. If it was all simples, like, it's just so hard to do. We have this 1 and this 9 that kind of look like we're going to use those tiles. You know what I mean? And then we had kind of a cool thing going on. We had, I'll try to rewind a little, but like, yeah, we had a 3-4-4-5 shape. This shape, I'm not even joking. I'm not trying to make a double entendre, but in like Mahjong literature, this is literally called the bulging shape, okay? Welcome to the community. Come on in. We pulled up a chair from you. Is that a nice bulge in your pocket, or you just happy to see me? So this is a nice bulging shape. The reason why this shape is so good, imagine if you draw into a 2 of circles, then suddenly you have a 2-3-4 run completed, and you still have a really strong double-sided weight. You still have a really strong 4-5 shape. And the same goes if you draw into like a 5 of circles, right? 3-4-5, and then a strong 4-5. You can draw into a 3 or a 6. Like, so that's the reason that this shape is good. So by doing this pawn, we kind of throw a wrench in our own plans. Like now we don't even have like a completed sequence here, and there's only 4 copies of any given tile. We see 3 of them right here, so there's only 1 copy of the 4 of circles left. I don't know how this hand is going to be a valid hand, but maybe it is not up to me to know. You know what I mean? I don't understand like what scientists are discovering in the galaxy. Maybe it's not for me to know.
Oh shit.
So I think maybe the reaction, the reaction is to the 1 to tenpai, 2 to tenpai thing. So you typically want to make your way to tenpai as fast as possible, right? But this is fine because even had we made our way to tenpai, it wouldn't have been a valid hand. So this is taking 2 steps forward to eventually take like 2 steps back to eventually take 16 steps forward. Like we were walking along the wrong road. Like this is fine to turn around a little. At least now there's a tiny slim chance that our hand could be valid with a Tanya or something along those lines, right? So this is okay. Don't sweat this. If you're playing in Clubhouse Games 51, like don't sweat this.
I can't play that. No, I can play that. That's fine. Well, this is a tragic story. We've all discarded like so many worthwhile hands. This is embarrassing, man.
So nothing is really happening right now, but that's okay. I think Ludwig is stumbling towards tenpai. I think everyone at this table is just kind of stumbling towards tenpai right now. Nothing really huge has happened. We are still hoping for like a 4 of bamboo, just another 4 of circles if we can get it, the last copy of the 4 of circles. Otherwise, this hand is going to be very, very difficult to get into tenpai. And even if we do get into tenpai, most likely we'll be waiting for the last copy of the 4 of circles, which someone else just could be using in their hand, right? So kind of a tricky spot that we're in.
Yeah, 100%.
Sure. Don't even hate this, right? The 2-3 of bamboo is kind of awkward. If we draw into a 1 of bamboo, which we kind of already had, but like if our last weight is on the 1 or the 4 of bamboo, we actually end up in Furton jail. So like I like getting rid of the 2 and the 3 of bamboo here. We could still accept the 4 with this 5-6 shape, right? So this is pretty good.
Dude, there's one card I need.
Mahjong is a roguelike deck builder. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Huge.
Oh no!
Oh shit! This changes everything, man.
This.
Nah, not really.
So this is typically that was like a meager. So that was like a meager exchange of points, right? So typically, like, yeah, open hands, unless you have like 3 red 5s, 3 Dora tiles, 55 burgers, 55 fries, unless you have all of that stuff, it's very difficult for an open hand to be valuable. I'm not saying that they can't be. Sometimes open hands can be extremely valuable. They can even be Yaku on hands, right? But in general, if you are trying to come back into the game, if you're trying to get large points, just keep your hand closed. Don't let anyone stay in your lane. Unbothered, just moisturized in your own lane. Get yourself to tenpai and then call Riichi. Riichi like opens so many doors for you in terms of value. And it's a great way to come back. Now Ludwig is in the dealer seat. He has to keep winning to keep the game going.
Hang on, I gotta look at some stuff. Yeah.
How you doing?
I'll hide my camera for a
I'm
little.
feeling all right.
Wow! I love this play. Wow, I love this play. This is like I can't. This is like when Yugi Moto is going up against Duke Devlin in Dungeon Dice Monsters. Hey, oh, Yusung just outed himself as old and crusty and dusty. Yeah, so what? It's a perfect analogy. And he's like on the dual computer looking up the dimension, the dice things to see what he can win with. Wonderful moment. So this is, I think, what is happening here. But in this weird Rorschach mental test of Riichi Mahjong commentary that we're doing, I think what is happening here is that Northernlion is going for a half flush. What does a half flush mean? It means that of the 3 suits, bamboo, circle tiles, character tiles, you only use 1 of them, but you can still use wind tiles and dragon tiles. So he's only going to use bamboo and these dragon tiles. It's looking grim. It's looking grim. We got a game plan. We're locked in. The 2 and the 8 of characters are probably going to come out of this hand. Let's see what happens. I mean, we did see that 4 of circles pawn earlier. Anything could still happen. Anything could still happen.
I love to see you guys tossing reds too.
Just don't care for him, really.
So this is kind of a funny thing to critique, but it's kind of, it's interesting. When you go for half flush hands, you typically want to dump all the tiles of a same suit before anything else. So in this situation, I probably cut 8 of circles. Why? If some people start getting the idea that I'm going for a half flush, at least all I've discarded are circle tiles, right? They don't know if I am going for character tiles or bamboo tiles. So left lord in this position would have to coin flip 50-50 it. They would have to either have to discard a bamboo tile or a character tile. And if they discard bamboo, right? Like a 7 of bamboo, we get to call chi. We get to open up this hand. And now I know what you're thinking. Yusung, didn't you just say that open hands weren't that valuable? Yes, I did. But guess what? The context of the game matters. We're in East 4. It's the last round right now, unless Ludwig wins as the dealer. So if we win this round, we're already in the lead. If we win this round, we end the game in first. So the value of this hand does not necessarily matter. And the flexibility of the half flush, it's valid whether or not we keep it closed or keep it open. The flexibility is super, super important. So opening up for this hand, not a bad idea. Small nitpick, but I would discard 8 of circles first.
Yeah, hell yeah. I know that's right. Why did I just lose my tenpai? Okay. Dang it.
I think I have to do this. Can I do this with an open hand?
Yeah.
I have to do this, right?
Yeah. It's not bad. I mean, he's looking at chat right now, but yeah. It's not a bad pawn.
No, I have no choice. I have no choice.
You actually do have a choice. You actually do have a choice. So eventually in your hand, you're still gonna need a pair. So if you end up like pawning like the red dragons and then drawing into a 7 and then maybe like another sequence somewhere down the line, like the 1 of bamboo can always be your pair for your hand. Hey, don't let the powers, the people in control of society tell you that you have no choice. You do have a choice here. I don't hate this pawn though. I think this pawn is fine. We can open up our hand. We can maybe even use the red dragons as our pair. It's a little bit awkward, but it's okay. Totally. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I mean, I think if I'm looking at Right Lord's discards as well, I'm like, could this also be a half flush, but just in the circle suit? Like, their first discard was a 5 of characters, a red 5 of characters, right? So it's extra valuable. So we don't really know what they're going for, but this is fine. We keep all of our bamboo tiles, and we just discard anything else that isn't a bamboo or an honor tile.
I guess if you're going to be disrespectful, you could chi that.
Great discard.
Oh, somebody.
One tile of template. I think it's over for Ludwig. I think this video is going to be a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be.
Who wants to pawn that? Oh, I wonder who it could be.
Sorry, buddy. Someone's got.
I can't even see Ludwig's hand right now, but it's a great pawn. Like, or it's a perfect. At least it's a good pawn. Just. If you lose this round, the game is over. So you need to do whatever it takes. Even if you win some baby hands in a row, like, you need to do whatever it takes to just stay in the dealer's seat. So pawning the white dragon, guaranteeing that your hand is valid, great play. All right, I'm assuming it's a great play.
Okay. We have an open-handed tenpai.
T.
Apparently that didn't help me.
Yeah, so this chi, I was like, oh, maybe, but then I'm realizing, like, yeah, this doesn't actually advance your hand at all. I feel like my own mahjong knowledge is getting challenged here. So I feel like I'm losing it. I feel like I'm losing it. So this doesn't help advance the hand at all. Like, eventually you're still gonna need 5 shapes total, right? You need 1 pair and 4 more sets of 3. So we have 2 shapes here. Totally fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe. I would say those are the blocks in our hand. Something still needs to be the pair in our hand. If we draw into another, like, 6 of bamboo or a 3 of bamboo, right? The 6 of bamboo can always be our pair. So this doesn't actually help advance the hand. It's not a bad chi, but it's kind of unnecessary.
I was under the opinion that was going to help me.
Perfectly fine discard. We're landing that plane. Woo!
I'm in tempai.
That is tempai. One of these tempais is way better. Yeah, you can wait on 2 tiles with this one.
Real quick. Well, it's gotta be that.
It's fine. So the reason that we're a little bit scared, I'm assuming, is because like only Right Lord has discarded some 2 of Bamboos, so the only player it's like guaranteed safe for is Right Lord. But like in this situation, just go for it. You're only really scared if someone calls Riichi, right? So and Ludwig has opened up their hand. They can't call Riichi. Right Lord has opened up their hand. They can't call Riichi. And Left Lord, we don't even know if they're in Tenpai yet. Kind of looks like they're going through the garbage dimension right now, just discarding a million 1s and 9s and honor tiles. So we're not really scared about that. And this is an amazing Tenpai to be in. So there's still a lot of, how many 3s are available? 2 copies of the 3 left and what? 2 copies of the 6s? Good enough. Red Dragon half flush hand.
Oh, CPU
Beautiful.
one. No. What are you doing? That's
Wow.
big too. 5,200 points in my pocket.
That should be the game, right? Unless they're playing a South game. Oh!
Well, you're free.
It's
from,
over?
You're free from Riichi Mahjong.
That's the end of
All right, folks. All right, well, we've witnessed a lot today. I hope that we've also learned a lot. I know I did. What did I learn? I learned that, let me know in the comment section down below. If you want to see more of this, I know Northernlion has previously played some Riichi Mahjong against Dan Giesling. I'm sure Ludwig is, also no stranger to Riichi Mahjong. I don't think this was the first ever game that was played. So if you want to see more, let me know in the comment section down below. If you like the video, press the like button. If you want to subscribe, I got new videos every single day. We're crashing out on the daily. We're becoming the Joker. It's the Jade Room in Mahjong Soul. We're playing with some good players, and let's see if God is real or if God hates us, as we always will do. Until next time, please take care of yourself and please be kind to yourself, okay? All right, I'll talk to you soon. Peace.